There are a number of heritage and historical sites in the Mile Zero City. Today we will take a look at the Railway Station Museum. And one of the significant displays is the original train station itself, which also housed the telecommunication office. The original train station was built in 1931, 11 years before the construction of the Alaska Highway.
Well, now this part is the waiting room, of course, where you come in, bring your suitcases, and buy your ticket here to get ready to go on the train. And we have lots of stories of people who came here that were waiting to go on the train to see their grandmas, or that their grandma was coming to see them. So they had to buy their ticket through this wicket with people. Then they gave them their suitcases, take it on down to the express, to the baggage room, which is the word they used then, and then this is the communications center back in here.
The communications center was a very crucial part of any city.
So now we're in the communications center of the station, which is very important to the entire city because as you can see, all the information came into the city this way. Everything was done by telegraph, and they had a telegraph operator. At one point they did the telegraph with this kind of motion, and then found out later that it was much faster to do it this way on the side.
Countless messages and vital information was sent and received from here.
It was very busy and had to be open 24/7 so that the agent would live right here in the station. These are the locks for the train cars. So they would wind this around the lock. It had a number on it, and then it wouldn't be opened again until it got to its destination. So it was a very important part of the city and for communications for the outside world.
When the Army arrived in the spring of 1942 to build the Alaska Highway, communications were set up at different points around the city, but everything still originated from this location.
This railway was a part of the Alberta railway system. We didn't get our BC one for quite a few years. The first train came in here in January of 1931, and then the station itself was built in June of 1931.
Passenger trains came to Dawson Creek until 1974, and today the tracks are still used for freight trains.
This is a stove that was used in the camboose, which belonged to the Northern Alberta Railway, and it was called a camboose because it was a combination of a caboose and a car. So most of the time the passengers weren't in there, but the workers were in there, and they kept their stuff in there, but they also did cooking on this stove. This part over here was used for cooking, and they would put pots of beans and stew inside there, and then they would cook it all the way up. And the odd time when a person did come in, they could invite them to stay for supper. But of course they could cook on the top, and they still had to put wood into this stove this way. But it's from there, and it was quite a handy thing because sometimes it was the only heat that was in the train from here to Whitehorse, which was badly needed at the time. So this camboose is out there in the parking lot.
There are several other displays at the Railway Station Museum which reflects our local history. Stop by or call to book your tour. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Diane Townsend.